Aw.
Hello everyone, I'm your host Matt, aka Legion Rex, and welcome to another amazing episode of The Gap. I'm your host. With me, I have my co-host, Shane, aka The Bearded One. How are you doing today, Shane?
I have a question for God.
I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah, nice. With me, I have my co-host, Spencer. How are you doing today, Spencer?
I'm doing pretty good. I have a orange vanilla Coca-Cola today.
Hey.
Well, slam me right in my pussy.
What?
Can I mute him?
I'm gonna mute myself, buddy. Don't worry about it.
That'll mute the episode. Shit. I'm doing good. I don't work today. Thank fuck.
With me, I have my other co-host, Josh. How you doing today, Josh?
And so the Karen came in, and that point, I just started blasting away. And at that point, it was just a blood-filled frenzy. I don't know what happened. Oh, okay, hey guys, I'm doing good.
I just blacked out, and all of a sudden, someone's blood's all over me.
She said she wanted to see my manager. I blacked out, and I don't remember what happened.
Blacked out, and all of a sudden, her head's rolling across the floor. I don't know what.
Look, man. I didn't know what was happening. I just blinked, and suddenly, just body parts everywhere.
And then all of a sudden, there's like a jazz drum background. It's really weird.
But she wasn't asking for the manager anymore, so you know what? I was doing pretty good.
We have a wonderful show laid out for you today. We got a simulcast to talk about. We have a simulpause to talk about. We got just a little bit of news to talk about. And, of course, we have our featured anime of the podcast to talk about. So I think we're all ready to get started to just get this show on the road and just power through this. Am I right?
Aw.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
I think we're good to go. In terms of simulcast, let's talk about some simulcast. The season is almost done. We'll be doing our season awards next episode.
Awards.
We'll be doing them next episode. With that being said, is there anything anyone wants to talk about for simulcast? As some shows are just almost done.
Yes.
I know what he's going to talk about.
Yeah, I know what Josh wants to talk about. So, Josh, what do you want to talk about?
Ladies and gentlemen, people who watch the podcast, watch Kaguya-Sama Love is War Season 2. Please. Just sit down, take like 4 hours out of your schedule. Just
less than that.
Just watch it.
But probably about 3.5.
Spencer, shut your mouth. I will shoot you.
I'm agreeing with you, you fuck.
Just please watch it. It is the best season. I know there's only 2, but this is just the best season yet of Kaguya.
Out of the 2 seasons, this is easily the best one.
It's spectacular. Every single episode somehow manages to trump itself and just be even better than the last one. Because you guys know, every time you go into my chat, all you see is, listen, guys, I know I say this every week, but Kaguya-Sama is amazing. And when we get to
basically whenever he pops into the Discord on Saturday afternoon, we know exactly what he's getting into.
And once we do the awards, my awards are all gonna be for Kaguya-Sama.
Biggest disappointment,
Kaguya-Sama.
Because I'm disappointed that it was just too amazing.
Worst anime, Kaguya. Best anime, Kaguya. Guilty pleasure, Kaguya.
But no, honestly, and the latest episode 11, is by far the greatest episode of the entire series so far. It's just spectacular.
It's good because it trended on Reddit. So there's that.
Did it?
Yeah.
It was spectacular.
Yeah, so...
Yui Shigami closes his eyes, part 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love the Ishigami.
We get the Ishigami stuff, dude.
It gonna fuck you up because I know what's happening. I know what's up. Ooh.
It's so good, man.
Uh,
This whole season, the opening is amazing, the ending is amazing. Just
Daddy Do is good. I do like it. However, I still have a big soft spot for Love Dramatic personally.
filth.
You
are
are filth. Yeah, I can't believe I had you over to my house last weekend.
I can't believe I even let you exist in this world anymore.
Wow.
I am the Thunder God. I will.
Wow.
Somebody's taking his Blaze Blue a bit too seriously.
But no, anyways, just watch Kaguya, dude. That's all there is to really say.
Watch Kaguya. Nice to know, because some people like myself need to watch it. Some people like Shane need to watch it. So we need to fucking get on that. Anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Jack
Sure.
and shit, Chief.
I want to talk about that My Life as a Villainess is amazing, and you should fucking watch. Please, it's getting a second season, and that's amazing. But motherfucker, I have been telling you every damn podcast how good this is. It's
was this
one of the
Villainess?
most. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the most. I said My Life as a Villainess, did I not?
Yeah, he did.
I zoned out.
Okay, that's fine. That's understandable. Most people that don't like isekais will zone out because this is, but it's really good. Like it's surprisingly well written, well directed. The music's really good. The characters are fun, enjoyable, like kind of tropey, but like the fun tropey. Katarina Kleiss is hilarious and probably one of the best female characters, strictly because of her intention being that she doesn't want to be a villain, but the way that she thinks about it is like so fucking backwards that she ends up like tripping into situations where she's not supposed to. It's funny, it's heartwarming, like it's a legitimately really go watch it.
So-
Yes.
I respect you as a human being. If you dare say anyone about Toru Honda is the best female character, I will end your existence.
Dude, I haven't seen past episode 1 of Fruits Basket, so
That's your loss.
exactly. So
Me and Shane have seen the light.
Shane just doesn't watch anime anymore, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
I've reached a new plane of existence.
Shane doesn't watch anime. Instead, he
Is
like a
the
normal
anime.
person.
Shane has become the anime.
Yeah, I've just ascended
Shade.
beyond all
past
mortal
anime.
recognition.
So what? Should we just like kick him from this podcast then?
Yeah,
You know
I might as well
what?
just end it right now. Let's play the
Yeah.
outro.
Thank you for
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
to
All right,
the
good
G.A.P.
podcast,
If you like what you've
all right.
seen,
I think
okay,
it's
yeah, see ya.
yeah.
So simulcast.
So simulcast.
Now that
So
he's
simul-
gone, oh fuck, he's back.
Damn it.
And aside from
Kakushi
that, Kikuchi Goto is tearing my heart out and stomping on it, but it's so funny. It's so well made that I'm kind of like they're stomping on it, but I'm kind of like.
What was that?
That was like a sad, hearty chuckle. Like, I'm having fun with this, but you're destroying my heart. Please stop it. And everything else, I'm like fucking 4 episodes behind. I'm gonna need Shane's Shonen Jump login because I'm like 5 chapters behind everything.
Yeah. To the simulpubs, I am behind too. I don't know if Shane is either.
All I'm caught up on is One Piece. Of
Well,
course.
I do have.
Tell me
actually, I
about
can
One
talk about a
Piece.
simulpub.
Now let's let
Oh,
Josh
yes.
talk. He actually has something
Yes.
meaningful to discuss.
I've been reading We Never Learn because we are on currently the Furuhashi route. It's
Hey.
adorable. It's
Hey.
adorable. I love Furuhashi, and she's precious. And she's much better than Uruka. Fuck you, Shane.
You can eat my ass.
Nah, I'll pass. Thanks. But no, it's good. And then apart from that, Komi-san is always great. Nagatoro is great, and Dress Up My Darling is always great. Everything's pretty great. Everything honestly lately has been pretty great. So for manga, thanks writers. You're doing good. Mangaka.
Okay.
The Japanese mangaka.
Mangakuga. So Shane, One Piece
One Piece.
is good.
Not much to report on. The infiltration of Kaido's castle is fully underway, so we're getting into like the real meat of the battles now for this like final act.
It will only take 40 chapters.
It'll keep going until like next year. And we still won't be done Wano.
Fucking. Don't you love that? How fucking Oda said that he was like, yeah, Dressrosa was a bit too long. I want to try to not do arcs that long anymore. And then,
Wano.
and then Wano happened, and it's like, never mind.
But there was a twist at the end of this chapter that I won't spoil for Matt's sake. But
Oh yeah, because I'm not caught up on One Piece. All I know is that right now it's really good. I'm also not caught up on Black Clover or My Hero or a bunch of other stuff. All I know is that My Hero is really good right now, apparently. So that's...
I haven't read the newest chapter, but yeah, shit's getting crazy there.
Yeah. That's all I know. That this shit's real good there. So
I don't know where I left off.
all I know, people are dead. That's all I know.
Yes, that's right. I'm pretty sure actually that's where I left off was where Matt said people are dead.
Yeah, people die.
Okay, Shane.
People die.
Yes.
I just saw an ad for some Demon Slayer pins, but specifically they are the images of Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro during the fucking Red Light District arc.
Oh, when they're fucking...
When they're dressed up as women.
My favorite.
Dude, that arc is so fucking good. I can't wait for them to get to it.
In the anime?
Yeah.
Whenever the movie comes out, which, COVID will likely delay it, so,
I mean, they're saying October, but I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I mean, they haven't been paying their taxes, but,
Maybe them not paying their taxes will delay the movie, not COVID.
They got charged, so I'm pretty sure they had to pay their taxes finally.
Imagine
it's ufotable. They'll find a way.
Imagine being forced to pay your taxes only to continue to evade taxes.
That's what we call a big brain move.
That's a big brain move. Hoard your money until the government takes it from you.
Kind of a Chad
your
move.
Money.
It's kind of a Chad move.
Ufotable walks up to fucking Shinzo Abe and is just like, "Excuse me, do you know what we did? We made motherfucking Fate."
Fucking
Type Moon bows down to us.
It's like, you know what? We made a show that caused a manga to sell 45 million copies in half a year.
I think we have a right to evade our taxes.
And Shinzo Abe is just like, yeah. Speaking of which, can you give me the phone number for Nintendo so I can come out of a giant Mario pipe in Brazil and be like, "Hello, what are doing the Olympics?"
What?
Did you not realize?
It's 1-800.
You're an idiot.
Miyamoto. It's 1-800 Miyamoto.
Also, sorry. It was South Korea, and yes, at the end of the Winter Olympics, Shinzo Abe came out of a Mario pipe with Pikachu and Mario people in costumes to announce that they have the next Olympics.
Yeah.
It was one of the most surreal experiences of my life watching that on TV.
Yes.
We have the next Olympics. I don't know what accent.
Konnichiwa. Olympics next, Deska.
Arigato gozaimasu.
In our current political climate, that's pretty racist.
In our current political climate, we do not condone the actions of Spencer Hill on this podcast.
Time out.
Goldman Masai.
It was not. It would have been a lot more racist if I'd actually tried.
Gomen Nasai.
I can't believe
Wait.
Spencer got blamed for Josh being racist.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What am I? Hey, I'm just an innocent child. What are you talking
You are not. Shut up.
I am just Babby. I am only 21-year-old Babby.
Babby?
You
I
do
am
not get
Babby.
to pull this fucking sweet
I am
summer
just-
child shit.
I am just Babby.
No,
I'm just Babby.
no.
Listen
no,
here,
no,
you daft cunt.
All right, motherfucker, you want to fucking die?
Yeah, you want to fucking go?
Yeah, you want to fucking go?
Yeah, you want to fucking go? Meet me out back.
Right now.
Meet me outside the Arby's in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm the fucking Thunder God, dude. When you want to get at Arby's, do you want like some roast beef sandwiches or like?
Fuck yeah, let's go get some like beef and cheddar. Yeah, classic.
Yo, you want some curly fries too?
Oh hell yeah, we gotta
curly
get
fries
curly fries. When we go to Arby's. Come on.
Dude, I fucking love curly fries.
Yeah,
They're
curly
so
fries,
good.
delicious.
Go to myself.
Dude,
Fuck up.
it's not Arby's with their curly fries, man. Dude, although
did
you know
you
what, their
spill
local
on
fries are pretty good too.
He's spilled his due, I think, or whatever the fuck.
No Coca-Cola on my.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Hill.
We got him.
Well, it's because.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's because I drink out of the side of the can.
You better not spill on that laptop.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you want?
just-
Are you on your new laptop doing this?
I am on my new laptop doing this.
That was a risky move. You could have.
You could have died.
You could have incurred the wrath of me.
Did you put that
No.
thing under warranty?
Yes.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay,
All right.
but it came with a
I,
warranty.
I
It
think
came
we're
with
good.
it comes with like a base 1-year warranty, but I didn't do any extended warranty. It's
I
like
think
$180 for a
Well,
2-year
okay,
warranty.
Spencer. You know what you need to do? You need to take that whole bottle of Coke, just spill it all over the damn thing.
Just
You need actually you need accidental if you were to spill Coke on it.
Whoops! I accidentally spilled my Coke.
Listen,
I accidentally spilled my entire Coke bottle onto this singular piece of the fucking.
Yeah, we've had
Best
that happen
Buy.
before.
Best
We've had
Buy,
that happen
listen.
before.
Listen, I was balancing a Coke can on my countertop, and I was trying to shoot it with an air gun. Okay, and I accidentally the bullet missed it, but then it ricocheted and hit the back of the Coke can, knocking it onto my laptop.
Okay,
I thought you were gonna say the bullet ricocheted and hit my dad.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Here's a bullet.
It hit my dad, who then got hit in the eye, and
Died.
his flailing hit the Coke can into the wall and then into my laptop.
So
Yeah, sounds believable.
Oh, no.
So we looking at store credit or a
Now we'll just give you a new one. We'll just
Yeah.
give you a new one.
So
First time.
news.
I think it's time we move on. We have 2 pieces of news. Yes, contain your excitement. We have so much.
Dude, I can't believe how much news we've got.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
got
be here
two.
forever.
count them? 2?
Yeah, too. Both of which are announcements of new anime. The first one is of a manga that I've seen a lot of people. A lot of people wanting one, but I wanted an adaptation of. But I don't think any of us here have actually read it, and that's Tokyo Revengers.
Nope, haven't read it. I've heard many
yeah.
things about it though.
Yeah, Tokyo Avengers. So let's read on. An official website opened on Friday to announce that Ken Wakui's Tokyo Revengers manga is getting a television anime adaptation in 2021. The website revealed a teaser video and teaser visual illustration. The Kodansha Comics is publishing the manga digitally in English, and here is the story. Watching the news, Takamichi Hanagaki learns that his girlfriend from way back in middle school, Hinata Tachibana, has died. The only girlfriend he has ever had was just killed by a villainous group known as the Tokyo Manji Gang. He lives in a crappy apartment with thin walls, and his 6 years younger boss treats him like an idiot. Plus, he's a complete and total virgin. At the height of his rock bottom plight, he he suddenly time leaps 12 years back into his middle school days. To save Hinata and to change the life he spent running away, hopeless part-timer Takamichi must aim for the top of Kanto's most sinister delinquent gang. So pretty much it's erased. It's erased, but instead of a mystery, it's a fucking gang war.
So
And then
does
he jumps back in time and becomes an even bigger virgin.
Okay, here's a time. Is it going to be like a race where they get cucked at the end?
I don't know. All I know is that apparently it's badass and fucking. If you want to see a delinquent gang fucking have dope bash shonen fights, you got that. So,
but does it have Asian Kung Fu Generation doing an incredibly catchy OP that will be in every single Try Not to Sing or Dance anime edition from here until the end of time?
I mean, we don't know who's doing the show yet, so there's no word. There is no word on who's doing who's doing the show. As well, we have no word on director or writer. Although, from what I have been reading, is likely going to be Leiden Films doing the adaptation.
Of course.
So it's probably going to be Leiden Films. So this sounds like this sounds like something they would do. So. In any case, look forward to Tokyo Revengers. I've been ready to read the manga for this for like fucking a while, so so hopefully this actually gets me to like actually read it because I've heard it's very, very good. And I'm surprised it's getting an adaptation because it's one of those adaptations that people weren't sure if they were going to do it, because the big thing with the manga, and this is the big reason why I think that there's been some tentative uneasiness into adapting it, is that Japan has strict laws on showcasing minors smoking, and this series has a fuck ton of that.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure censoring, did someone say?
Yeah, so get ready. All the major characters are underage and they all smoke, so get ready for a bunch of black boxes, bruh.
Oh, boy. Why is Japan so, like, picky about the weirdest things? Like, hey, we can show, like, a whole bunch of tits and everything, but God forbid they smoke. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, because if they're underage and they're smoking, that's bad.
Because morality.
Well, yeah, because especially, like, every single show you see, like, when people underage start drinking, it's like, they're not underage. This isn't alcohol. We're good boys and girls.
It's
just juice.
Don't worry, it's just they're getting drunk off of juice, bruh.
Don't worry, guys. It's just combustible water.
Oh, Japan,
to this
we love
day,
you.
Still one of the greatest jokes I've ever heard.
But yeah, Tokyo Revengers is coming. So get ready for that. Speaking of stuff that's also covered, Shane, Spencer, y'all are fans of Bungo Stray Dogs, correct?
Oh, that shit.
Yes, some might say I'm a big fan of BSD.
Yes, there is a new Bungo Stray Dogs anime coming, but it's not exactly what y'all expected it would be.
It's not season 4.
It's definitely not.
It's season 4. So let's read on. Kanakawa announced on Friday that Kaneko's Bungo Stray Dogs 1, which is the spin-off manga for the Bungo Stray Dogs franchise, is inspiring a television anime. Kaneko drew the below illustrations of the anime announcement. For those, Bungo Stray Dogs 1 is a comedy spin-off manga based on Kazuki Asagiri's and Sango Furukawa's Bungo Stray Dogs manga that shows the manga's characters in SD form in comedic gag scenes. It's pretty much a fucking Attack on Titan Junior High situation where it's basically the gag version of Bungo Stray Dogs. So that is what's coming.
That was good, so I assume this could be good too.
It's no word on who's doing it either. So I'm going to assume Bones.
It's going to be kind of like Isekai Quartet then, where it's just...
pretty much. I'm going to assume it's Bones doing this.
I would hope so. And not like
Bones.
We gave it to Mappa.
Oh, Spencer and Mappa.
Imagine Bungo Stray Dogs also goes to Mappa.
Mappa's just like, what?
To be fair, though, I like Bones more than Mappa, so I actually don't want it to leave Bones. So
Okay, that's
Yeah,
just
Bones
because
is
Bones.
just like
That's because Bones has fucking history.
Mob Psycho 100.
History.
and Fullmetal
My Hero
Alchemist and
Academia.
Soul Eater
Yeah.
and Bungo Stray
Ergo,
Dog,
it has history.
Kill Tuesday.
Dude, Mappa's been out for a long time too, man.
Not really. They've only been out for like
Spencer's gonna say like 10 years.
no, not 10 years. I think maybe like
8.
12.
8.
I think it was like 2008.
Yeah,
2012 they came out.
Yeah. No, yeah. So, but yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs is coming back. It's not a season 4, but hopefully, if it does, but like, hey, it's something. That means that there's interest in doing more. So,
And hey, if that makes money, Japan likes money.
if it makes money, then season 4 is probably happening.
Executives like money, dude.
All I know is that Shane wasn't a huge fan of season 3, so.
The beginning, at least. It got better in the second half, but it
Yeah,
took a while to get going.
When they
Hold on.
started to actually do the stuff that was canon, it's pretty crazy how good that stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
Since when was Shane a fan of anime?
Oh, yeah, Shane doesn't watch anime anymore. I forgot about that.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, Shane just doesn't watch anime anymore.
Did you guys like miss the entire Shane becomes like sentient arc?
No, I did. No, I was there. I just forgot.
I've gained sentience.
Shane, what's going to happen is that by the next podcast, Shane is going to become the podcast himself, and he'll just upload it without needing to record with us fucks.
Yeah, I will integrate directly with the channel.
He just knows exactly what we're gonna say.
It's like the Matrix.
I knew he was going to say that.
He just plugs in straight to the Matrix.
I mean, you guys
Okay.
you already know what I'm gonna say, Kaguya. So.
Yeah, every
Okay.
Saturday afternoon at around like 1:30 p.m.
I'm gonna say an anime, and I want to see if Shane can guess the anime I'm thinking of right now. I'll give you a hint. It's an anime that only me and Matt watched.
Mm-hmm.
Only you
What?
two.
What am I thinking of? I really enjoyed it. Matt also enjoyed it, so that really doesn't help. But I really enjoyed it.
Fuck it.
Scissor 7.
No, Matt hasn't seen that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing this.
It's
We
Hakata
don't
Tenkatsu
care.
Ramens.
Oh,
Okay,
Funzy.
that makes sense then.
Hakata Tonkatsu Ramens, the show that bombed in Japan. So,
Because Japan is stupid and doesn't.
see what I mean? Spencer, racist. That is.
Yo, there's like a moth that's flying around my basement, so if you hear me like smacking at something, it's I'm trying to kill a bug.
If I hear Spencer fucking die, just the mob got
Yeah,
him.
it was the moth got him.
Moth Psycho 100.
Mothman, where you at?
Fuck off. I'm trying to be funny.
Boo.
So, featured anime.
So, all right, let's talk about our featured anime at the podcast, which was chosen via Meta. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, good job, Shane.
Thank you, Shane. And we are, so for our featured anime of the podcast, we are doing a show, our very recent show that aired last year, but didn't hit Netflix here in Canada, Netflix jail until I want to say around March.
It was Marge, yeah.
So we are covering the 2019 drama series Beastars, directed by Shinichi Matsumi and written by Nanami Higuchi from Studio Orange. And it aired for 12 episodes from October 8th, 2019 to December 26th, 2019. And it's currently licensed by Netflix, and you can go watch it on Netflix in both sub and dub, as well as a variety of other languages in the description below. And no, Netflix, I will not skip the opening. Don't tell me to skip the intro, you motherfucking piece of shit. Beastars is set in a world of civilized anthropomorphic animals. There is and there is a cultural divide between carnivores and herbivores. Obviously, herbivores and carnivores, there's a lot of racial tension there. They don't really get along very well for obvious reasons. One day at the school of Cherryton Academy, an alpaca is brutally murdered. We don't know by who, but it's very expected that a carnivore devoured him. He was a member of the drama club, which sends ripples across the drama club and the school. Our main focus is on a gray wolf named Legoshi, who, unlike most gray wolves, is timid, quiet, and kind of, keeps to himself and is not really that outgoing. He doesn't like to bare his fangs, so to speak. He doesn't like to showcase his feral carnivorous side very much as a way to fit in. One day, he comes across a small dwarf rabbit named Haru, which unlocks some complicated instinctual feelings as well as own personal feelings as he navigates his life around the school, while at the same time also trying to figure out maybe who murdered his fellow classmates. Beastars is a fascinating series that I don't think we've covered anything quite like this before.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna start with the one who meted this show. That's Shane. What did you think of Beastars, Shane?
Yo, Beastars fucking rules, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's like,
right?
It's just, if you look at it on the surface, it's just a really well-produced show with really great characters and visuals, and it has a great, thought-provoking storyline about, racial prejudice.
Yeah.
I think this show, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now, is very relevant because of those themes of discrimination and prejudice. And I think that makes it stand out more than a lot of shows that we've covered before. Mm-hmm. And of course, they use anthropomorphized animals to discuss the topic, but it works because it makes it more universal for people to understand. Because you know how people can be dumb and racist.
And lack brain cells.
Yeah. But then you look, it has those great themes, and it's very relevant, but it also has really well-defined characters that are a joy to follow throughout the show, specifically the leads, Legoshi and Haru. Their relationship is what drives the entire series, and it develops really thoughtfully throughout the entire show. And then by the end, it's like, it kind of does a complete 180 from where it starts, but it's for the better.
Yeah. Josh, what did you think of Beastars?
I thought it was pretty good.
One of you is going to say furry bait. I just know it.
I thought it was pretty good, honestly. Like Shane said, it really does a great job at tackling the very sensitive issues of racial divide, which is honestly, currently, especially in the States, is a very, very ongoing political situation right now. And it was very well done. It was a good show. The characters were all relatable. Jack was an absolute bro.
Man.
More people need to be like Jack. Just saying. Absolute bro. But really good. The opening slaps.
We'll
absolute
get to that.
Fucking banger. But as Matt said, we'll get to that because the opening also has a lot of significance to the story. But no, I enjoyed it. I was very, very enjoyed with this. It was good.
Hey, Spencer?
So I had already seen this show. I had already watched it illegally before it came to Netflix in its native Japanese. But I had never listened to the dub before. I'd heard that Jonas Scott, the voice of Legoshi, absolutely knocks it out of the park. Ben Diskin was in it. He plays Jack. And a bunch of semi old school voice actors versus the scene. And all I had heard was that it's one of the best dubs you'll hear in a long time. And I can safely say that they were not lying. This dub is outstanding. And the show itself never ceases to amaze me how Studio Orange can take CG and in any format and just play with our expectations. And the best thing about Studio Orange and CG in general is that Beastars, much like Land of Illustrious, Studio Orange doesn't shoot their anime like anime, if that makes sense. You should never shoot CG like an anime, because it doesn't work. That third dimension doesn't work when your shot composition so that is based off of 2D models. They shoot it like a live action show. They shoot it like it's people, and because of that, you get really interesting decisions in the cinematography and the direction and all that. It's a surprise. It's not furry bait. It has heart to it, and these characters are enjoyable. It's one of the most surprising anime I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, fucking, so Beastars, fucking whips. I loved this shit. This was awesome. It's one of those shows that, it's one of those shows that quietly sneaks up on you with how good it is, because when it starts strong, and in my opinion, just gets better as the show goes on. And just as I think about it more, the better it gets. It's one of those where the more I think about it, the more I like it, which is a good thing. I love shows like that I can just keep thinking about them, and I'll find new things to love about it. Because I'll just be sitting down, I'll be like, man, that one shot from Beastars, that shit was good. Because there's some good shit in this. And I'm excited. That I'm really excited for whenever more comes out of it, and also hopefully the fact that it's furry bait does not make people fucking not watch this, because it's more than just furry bait. It's more than that. It's definitely worth checking out. So let's talk about some episodes. Let's talk about some of our favorite episodes of the show, because there's a couple of contenders here. Let's start with Josh.
Sure.
Which episode impressed you the most out of the 12 that we got?
I've said this clearly. I said once I watched it, I personally think episode 6 is my favorite.
Episode 6. Okay.
It just does a great job, and it just a great job at a look of society, where I think my favorite scene in the entire episode was when Legacy realized all being an adult means is just numbing yourself to the pains of the outside world and just accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, why the hell is it like that? You get a look into Legoshi trying to battle his nature with Gojin, who is a pretty fucking badass panda, if I may say.
This panda, bruh.
Dude, he's so fucking cool. He has a bamboo crossbow. He's fucking awesome.
We'll get to the bamboo crossbow.
But no, it was just, I think it was a really, really great character episode for Legoshi.
Yeah.
And just a really good look at society as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good episode. Spencer?
I'm going to go with, let me get the actual title real quick. Scroll down. I am going with episode 11, To the Neon District.
That's my choice as well. Episode 11, To the Neon District. Oh, mainly for that fight with the Shishigumi boss, because
yes.
I did not expect that Beastars would have something as badass as that, but it...
Can we just talk about how the show has a singular teenager taking down an entire criminal organization?
Hey, not a singular teenager. There's a panda.
There's a panda man. There's a panda with a crossbow, and he's got a scar over like his left eye, and he's got an eye patch.
And pandas are actually extremely strong in the animal kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just eat bamboo.
Which
yeah, they
by
just
the way,
bamboo.
is voiced by Keith Silverstein.
Yep.
It was Keith Silverstein. I could tell that with the first 2 seconds when I heard his voice. I'm like, that's Magneto with a gun.
That's Magneto with a gun. But episode 11 has that entire fight, that entire storming the base with Legoshi, and how he like, in order to defeat this and save Haru, he needs to activate his instinct and like actually become a carnivore and stop trying to hide, push everything back. And Goheen is just like an absolute tank, and motherfucker's just a panda, just a giant panda. But he's like, as we learned in episode 6, he's like, yeah, I don't eat meat. I subside on bamboo. On bamboo. I've decided not to eat meat, and look at how ripped I got. And then he's like, oh shit, okay.
Look, like, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy. I don't wanna.
All right. I will interrupt you because I have breaking news.
Breaking news. Wait, one second,
Breaking
Matt.
news.
Breaking news
on the
during the
podcast
discussion.
from Netflix Canada. Starting on June 25th, 20 films from the legendary anime house Studio Ghibli are coming to Netflix in Canada. We're proud to be with stuff like Spirited Away. The ones coming are Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Only Yesterday, Porco Rosso, Ocean Rains, Pom Poko, Whisper the Heart, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbors the Yamadas, Spirited Away, Cat Returns, Howl's Moving Castle, Tales from Earthsea, Ponyo, Secret World of Arrietty, From Up on Poppy Hill, Tale of Princess Kaguya, When Morning Was There, and on August 1st, Wind Rises is coming to Netflix.
Damn.
So it's pretty much their entire catalog outside of like Grave of the Fireflies.
I'm kind of sad that we don't get Grave of the Fireflies.
That's because it's owned by Sentai.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's
Sentai. We fucking get Porco Rosso, dude.
So I know
the most underrated Ghibli film, in my opinion, is Porco Rosso.
So I know that Sports Month starts next podcast, and Matt has a pick, but
can we do Ghibli Month now? Can we do Ghibli Month?
No.
I'm okay with Ghibli Month, dude. It's
No.
better than not getting Food Wars. Fuck off, Spencer.
I get 1 month, okay? I get 1 month where we have the ability to maybe have
we already fucked over Josh. Might as well fuck over the next guy.
I was gonna say, you guys fucked me over with Food Wars.
That isn't fucking Cards. Cards isn't a sport. It's a game.
Spencer, just accept your fate.
You can't escape crossing fates.
We're doing Ghibli Month.
I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. Fucking episode 11. It's really good. I fucking love this. Specifically for three moments. The fight with the Shishigumi boss, because that shit was lit. When Luis shot the fucking boss in the head.
In the fucking brain.
Oh,
he just tapped his ass, and then he just blasted, dude. He started blasting.
He just plap plap.
He just
started blasting.
He just started blasting. I thought he just walked up to him and is just like, yeah, bye. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
and
wait. Breaking news.
What?
From an hour ago, because this is an anime, but also not an anime. Motherfucking Avatar: The Last Airbender and the Legend of Korra characters are coming to Smite.
What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Fucking, fucking, I don't care. Second, and fucking third thing. And fucking third thing is everything with Legoshi and Haru in this episode. Really
they
great.
almost fuck.
They almost fuck, but they can't stop themselves from holding back their instincts. One of them wants to be eaten, the other one wants to eat.
Puss.
Which
eat that meat.
Eat the slob of that meat. That's what that is.
Listen, I want to eat your pussy. And then she's like, please eat my pussy.
That's it. That's exactly how it went.
But that's my arm.
Exactly.
But it's actually my arm you're gonna eat. Joke's on you. That's not my.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for pussy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's really good. There's a lot of good. This episode's of good shit. Shane, which one's your favorite episode?
Yo, episode 4 whips, dude.
Episode 4, yeah.
Episode 4. This is the episode where this is the episode where Bill takes over for Louis in the play, and then Legoshi gets involved, and it's essentially the entire episode is built around Legoshi and Bill's conflicting ideologies on what it means to be a predator. Because Bill is a carnivore and he wears it on his sleeve. He carries around fucking rabbit blood in a vial. He's like, yo, I got this doping agent. It whips, dude. And then Legoshi's like, why the fuck would you do that? That's disgusting. And it's like, it's interesting to see the conflicting ideologies and see that Legoshi really is a special case in this world, because most carnivores, sure, they try to keep their instincts intact, but they don't, they don't go around eating herbivores out in public unless, their urges take over them. And Bill's like, dude, you're a carnivore. You should embrace it. It's where you came from. It's your heritage. Why would you say no to that? And Legoshi's like, I don't want to hurt people. And then obviously that culminates in the fight on stage, which the crowd's like, yo, what the fuck is this play? It's so good. Meanwhile, they're beating the shit out of each other.
Is that blood? Yo, that's sick.
And it's like, it's cool to see the real world ideologies that exist in this universe carry over into the actual theatrical portions of the show, because it's something we haven't even mentioned yet. It's like, this show is really based around theater, because that's the entire premise, is that these animals go to this school for theater and other things, but it mostly focuses on the theater club. And it's interesting to see that real world side carry over into what is essentially a performance. And then Louis gets involved and he's like, yo, bitch, stop that shit.
He's just like, you fucking idiots better smarten the fuck up, or I swear to God, I will turn this car around
smarten
right
the
now.
fuck up, or I'll beat the shit out of both of you.
I will turn this car around right now, young man.
I also think it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead.
What?
I said go ahead.
Oh, okay. I also think it's really interesting, though, how Bill isn't necessarily wrong. He's not a bad guy. In fact,
he just sees it a different way.
In fact, he just believes that you are who you are, and it's not worth it to really try to hide that. But he also wants carnivores to be seen as something bigger than just a carnivore. That's why he wants to act and he wants to show his colors and his pride, is because he wants to be seen as an actor, not just a carnivore.
Not as a killer.
We're not just about the meat,
And
yeah, we're all about the pussy.
Okay, and that kind of idea really resonates. Like, the reason why it focuses on the drama club is stated in the first episode, is that the drama club is the only place where carnivores and herbivores actually intermingle in clubs in school. But yeah, episode 4 rules, and it shows that anything that involves theater is going to have some of the best fight scenes and action choreography.
Yeah, and this episode also has some of the best direction and cinematography in the entire show. Like, that little skirmish between Bill and Legoshi while they're practicing, the way the camera moves and how snappy it is. Oh,
that's what this show. Even though this show's not an action show, there's good action scenes in this.
There's some
show.
well choreographed action.
Or just that shot of Louis' hand being outstretched towards Legoshi. Just the blocking in that shot.
Yeah. Oh my God, so
good.
All right. Let's talk about characters, by the way. Okay, who doesn't have Legoshi? I don't think. I think everyone's got Legoshi.
If Legoshi didn't exist, I would say it would be Jack.
But Legoshi
exists. So 100%.
Legoshi exists, and he's an amazing character.
I love Legoshi. I think he's an amazing character. I think he's the big reason why this show works as well as he does. And I absolutely love how relatable he is. He's just an awkward fuck.
I can't remember which episode it's from, but it's the scene where him and Haru have kind of their lunch date, and he's just trying to do casual conversation. In his head, he's like, "Oh God, oh God,
like, oh God, what do I do? How do I say this?
I do that? How do you ask someone's name?
I saw that and I was like,
Like, yeah, that's relatable.
Oof.
No, because he's like, wait, I don't even know her name. I don't know her name. What the fuck? Like,
What's wrong with
What's your
me?
name?
like, how do I ask someone what's their name?
Fuck off.
Fucking, but yeah, I absolutely love Legoshi as a character. I think he's great. There's a lot of depth to him, and he's a very three-dimensional lead. Like, and that's what makes him interesting. Is that whenever he's on screen, he basically carries the entire show.
He commands the scene when he is present.
Yeah, literally too, because he's so big and so like towers over a lot of the cast. So because he's a gray wolf and he's like 7 feet tall, whatever the fuck.
He's a big boy.
And he's a big
lupus.
boy. He's a Cadus lupus. Fucking yeah, Legoshi's my favorite character in the show.
He's a
like,
doggo. He's a good doggo.
Legoshi, if it wasn't for Legoshi, I'd say
Jack.
Jack, I like Jack a lot.
I'd say Louis.
Yeah, I'd say Louis. I agree with that.
Louis.
Probably Louis. One of the other two leads is probably like it's literally
Also,
like Legoshi and then
before we go on,
what?
Before we go on, hey Netflix, her name is Haru, not Hal, and his name is Louis, not Rui. What the fuck? You got everything else perfect, but you fuck up on the name? How? She's not a fucking space terminal.
I'm
This isn't
sorry.
a
I'm sorry,
Kubrick
Legoshi. I can't let you do that.
I'm sorry, Legoshi. I can't let you do that. Fuck it. But yeah, it's probably Legoshi. Now, Beastars has got a massive cast and a massive cast. So let's talk about characters that we're not so fond of. Shane.
It's fucking Juno.
Yeah. Juno's just
Home wrecking
she's-
piece of shit.
I remember I liked Juno at first. And
She's
then
just
I was like, hey, she's kind of cute. Watch the next episode. After that, I'm like, never mind.
Home
just
wrecking
a-
piece of shit.
Jealous little bitch.
And it's like, if it was a one-time thing, it's like, oh, I have a crush on this guy, and then she sees, oh, he's interested in someone else. Okay, I can let it go. It would
I
be fine.
respect you as a human being,
fact
and I
that
respect your emotions.
The fact that all the way through to the very end, she's still on it. And she even pulls him away at the festival to try and hop on that dick. Like, fuck off.
It's like, we're both gray wolves.
Oh yeah, oh god, yes, sorry, that one. Okay, her, yes. Her, okay. I was thinking of of the other bitch. The fucking Harlequin rabbit.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah.
Her.
Yeah, she's a bitch too.
Never mind. No, I agree. I agree 100%. I mean, at first I was like, oh, she's I can see a relationship kind of forming if it wasn't for the bunny girl. And then she just look. Oh, she does not dream of bunny girl senpai, or kohai. No senpai. She's a girl.
No, yeah, she's a senpai.
She's a girl. Senpai. But yeah, no. That last episode, I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
This bitch
needs
to back the fuck up.
Do you want to know what show does a good version of that? Like, I'm never gonna give up. Kind of
Sing
fucking
yesterday.
Sing Yesterday does a really good rendition of that trope.
What else does a really good job though?
Haru is enjoyable, and I love her. She's great.
Listen, all I'm saying is the best version of doing that, like the never giving him up, is Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
Never gonna let you down.
He's never gonna run around
and desert
Shane.
you.
Or desert you.
Hey Shane,
Mm-hmm.
watch the podcast, chat.
What?
I'm.
There he goes.
What the fuck was that for, you shithead?
Started
Hey,
it.
Matt, kick him for abusing his powers.
All right.
There.
No.
Now you need to. Now you need to. Or Shane should just mute him. So Spencer can't be heard on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't.
Yeah, fuck
Okay,
Ju-
bye.
fuck Juno. I don't know. I liked her at first, and then that shit happened with Louis, and I'm just like, wait a minute, hold
Bro,
on.
I warned you.
Because I thought she
Choco
was
Mate.
cute. I thought she was cute at first. I thought she was cute, and then other things happened, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, never mind.
You.
All right. Fuck it. All right. Fuck it. Let's talk more about what else is in the show.
Animation.
Animation. Studio Orange is the best.
They are a special studio.
Mm-hmm.
You like CG?
Yes, I do.
We have CG for you at Studio Orange.
Yeah,
Man.
when it's done well, I like this. Keep in mind, Orange has only done 2 fucking shows that are not co-productions, and it's this and Land of the Lustrous, and already they have a better catalog than like 90% of fucking anime studios. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you were impressed with the short bursts of action that were present in this show, watch Land of the Lustrous.
Fucking
That show is pretty, man. That's
yeah, I really love what they did with Orange. Or what Orange did here. Yes, I do love what they did with Orange. I love what they did here. I really love what
do
they
like
did
the
here.
color orange too.
Because Beastars is CG, but it's CG in a way that's like really smart and intelligent, and it's not completely CG either. There's 2D animation in here too, and it's really good 2D animation. And I love how it represents like Legoshi's internal instincts as like a fucking like I love how it represented it as like fucking in that weird like 2D almost like scratchy animation that's really cool. And then you get a bunch of other sequences that are like a lot of experimental sequences that are really great.
I know the one with Haru, I know is what you're referring to.
The one with Haru in episode 6 is so fucking good that it's like it blew my mind. Like I'd already seen it going into the show, but actually watching it in context made it even better. And it was just like the show's animation and lighting and blocking is so good. It's leagues above every other CG show, and it's like absolutely amazing. Fuck it, it's a fucking like fucking. I'd go so far as to say honestly that it's fucking groundbreaking. Actually,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
yeah, like it's like fucking like everyone else take notes. Studio Orange is like above and beyond everyone
Like
else.
if you want to do CG, this is how you do it.
Yeah, like this is
Berserk
how.
2016.
Yeah,
Talking to you, Berserk 2016.
fucking Beastars is good, and the Beastars looks really good. Fucking Shane, you have anything to say on how this show looks?
Oh.
Well said.
I mean, like, they're a cut above, like, right? Like, there's no other studio that does CG even half as good as this. With the way they use the camera in conjunction with the animation and the cinematography and the choreography and everything, like, this is how you take full advantage of 3D animation.
I will inject. There is one studio that does CG really well.
Which one's that?
A little one called Ufotable. Demon Slayer has a lot of CG in it, you know.
Yeah, this is still better, though.
Yeah, I definitely prefer if I can. I definitely prefer Orange's CG. I think the thing that makes Orange's CG impressive is the fact that they took a show that. I mean, Land of the Lustrous works better in CG because the gems. But like, Beastars is a show that you would not that otherwise you would not think would do well in CG, and they make it work. You would not like this is a kind of show that CG was not like you would not be your first choice for it, but it looks really well for it, and it looks fantastic, and it's like it's a kind of like and like the way they use the colors and the cinematography, particularly the cinematography in this show is really 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 good. And it because it's based around theater, the entire show is looks like a theater play, and whenever a character is on, there's literally spotlights on characters whenever they're the focus, and I love that. That's really clever, and I all the props to Shinichi Matsumi for just killing it in the directing department, because he fucking just owns the entire series.
Also, storyboarding and framing is also really well done. Like, there are some really great shots in the show.
Yeah, fucking just really great. One of my favorite, like some of my favorite shots. I also love how this show does like multiple conversations, because it does like the whole like two it does split screen a lot, but it does it really well. Like, there's a lot of really good split screening. Anything else the animation people want to bring up, or
I brought it up when I watched the first episode, but let's talk about the beginning of the first episode in its use of shadows and darkness.
That's the only time they do it in the entire show.
Yep. I mean, doesn't take away from it being amazing to look at.
It's really clever, though.
Yeah.
Some animals have night vision. They can see in the dark. Other animals can't. So, to show that, when in the opening scene, before the llama is killed, he hides from his what would you call it?
Predator?
Yeah, predator is a good word for it. Predator in a
lecture hall.
I haven't been in school for a while, and I'm still a bit out of it. Lecture hall, thank you. But the show uses shadow by showing basically everything as black, except for the outline of the character being a white kind of shade. And the use of shadow. Oh, okay. The predator can see in the dark, so he's not really seen at all, one, to keep the mystery, but also because he can see. But the llama is like stumbling, and then he accidentally steps on the clicker, and it turns out that it's a lecture about cooperation between carnivores and herbivores, which is, ironic. But the fact that, like, when it goes through slides, you have those, like, quick flashes of darkness, and then it's illuminated again. It's really gorgeous to look at, and it is a shame that it only uses it once.
But you're right, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a really clever use of that.
The show just looks good, dude. It just really looks good. From the way that it kind of the black market is always shown in kind of like a smoky haze. Like, you can tell that the black market is a black market, because it's not bright, it's not vibrant, it's very subdued and smoky, and the characters that are there are often like they're dressed and they act differently than other people that you see like during like the Meteor Fest. That kind of distinction between society in the sunlight and society in the moonlight is very interesting to look at.
And then, all right, anything else?
Yeah, fuck the mayor.
Fuck the mayor.
Fuck the mayor.
Fuck the
This
mayor.
is shady ass shit.
He's shady ass shit, man.
I got my fangs removed so I can be more personable. I'm like, you, I don't trust you.
But he's like, oh, one of the local high school students has been kidnapped by this criminal organization. Well, no one needs to know about this.
I think he's working with them.
Yeah,
that's my theory. I think he's working with them. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Also, that's why the mayor is voiced by Billy Kametz.
Billy Kametz. Ah, nice. It's nice to see him in everything now.
Ferdinand Von Ayer.
All right. Anything else people want to talk about? I want to talk about the OP. Cause
let's talk about Wildside now.
Oh, okay, this OP is amazing. I
Stop
loved it.
motion,
I love it.
huh?
The stop motion animation, the shot design with it, how it perfectly represents the dilemma at the heart of Legoshi's character, whether or not he wants to eat Haru or be with Haru romantically. It's got that dual nature. It looks gorgeous. The song whips all kinds of shit. It's like this fucking jazzy rap, and it's great. This is the kind of OP that I watch every time, and I fucking just it's so good.
And no, I don't want to skip it. Netflix.
Yeah, no Netflix. I'm not skipping it.
I also like how they use Lewis's antlers as a way to separate the two characters.
Because Louis acts as a
Mediator.
separation.
Yeah,
he's not a mediator. He is a obstacle between the two of them, being romantically entwined with Haru.
While being romantically entwined with Haru, while also being like whatever the fuck he is with Legoshi.
Yeah, what the fuck even is their relationship?
He's like a mentor.
Who hates him, but also
who shoots people.
Who also hates his student because he's like, yo, why the fuck do you act so weak?
He doesn't hate him. That's just it. Louis is a very interesting character because and Matt talked about it in his thoughts on, but you can look at Louis as either a villain or a hero depending on how you see him. Do you see him as a conceited, vain, egotistical dickhead who only cares about becoming a Beastar?
Yeah, that's about
it. Or do you see him, as I see him, as a person who genuinely cares about the drama club and all students in it, who just wants to be a Beastar so he can further his ideals?
No, I think he's a dickhead.
I don't.
It ain't that deep, son.
By the way, just because I looked it up and I will forget, the Harlequin Rabbit is named Mizuchi, and she is voiced by Jeremy Lay.
Yeah. Jeremy Lay has a very, very noticeable voice.
But yeah, the OP, really good. I really love that OP. Shane, anything you want to talk about?
OP good. Nice animation.
I meant in general, but okay.
Nice animation, okay.
That's nice animation, good music. Okay. I am walking on Wild Side.
I am.
Listen, in the wise words of Barry Benson, you like jazz?
You like jazz?
And that's called jazz.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Fuck it up. Yeah,
I think it's time to get into negatives.
Talk about negatives because I think I know Shane and Josh have a couple. So
yeah,
I have a couple.
So
go ahead.
I think me and Shane both have the same negative. The second half is not as good as the first half.
I don't think it's not as good. I think it's just paced differently from the first, which makes it feel different.
It's a different arc, so the show covers two arcs, and they're both paced oddly differently.
They're very different, especially in terms of story as well, because the first arc is all about the racial political issues in the show. The divide between the carnivores and the herbivores, Legoshi's feelings on society as a whole and how he feels. And then the second half is just the romance between Legoshi and Haru.
Yeah, it's definitely paced differently, and I don't think the pacing in the second half is as good as the first.
Yeah.
It's a very minor issue, but it does contribute to the show feeling a little bit dragged out by the end. Like, I don't think... Like, I know the ending of the show had to happen, and it's a good send-off point, but I don't think it needed to be 12 episodes specifically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I also do have... Sorry, Matt.
It's more of a thing of how they adapted it, because they adapted 4 chapters an episode, and that was and it was 4. And if you actually check, it's literally 4 chapters an episode.
Yeah,
no matter what.
The end of episode 12 is the ending of volume 6. So if you wanted to read it, you would have to start at the beginning of volume 7, which is chapter 45.
Yeah, which the big thing with Beastars is that they decided is that the way Beastars is that right after this, the mystery starts.
Yeah.
And that's where the mystery's supposed to start taken. And
Yeah.
it's an arc that I read up lasts 50 chapters.
Oof.
Which means that it would be just it would be one arc for 12 episodes.
So the
pretty
next
much.
season's going to just be that.
Yeah, just be that. That is also why this season has 2 arcs that are smashed together because they didn't want to touch any of the mystery in this season at all. That was a purposeful decision that the creators made in adapting this. So,
Yep.
so they
I
cut
also
out.
have a big problem with that ending.
Mhm.
It's sequel bait. It's a
Thank
sequel.
you. That is my big nitpick. This is the worst sequel baiting I've ever seen in my entire life, and
But that's.
I've seen worse. I've seen far worse. Looking at you, 1998 Berserk. But okay.
okay.
True. No,
I
it
can also say no. I can't say Drifters because Drifters at least lied to you and said it was going to get a second season.
Yeah, just like the amazing King's Game, the animation, and we never got that.
Was sequel baiting.
Where the
This
fuck
was
is
bad.
season 2, Studio 7?
But no, this was still
Busy
just
making H games.
sequel bait is never a good way to end a show, and it really does just leave a bit of a bad taste in your mouth.
At least in that aspect, they did confirm a second season immediately after. So
Second season is
did.
coming next year
But
in
it's-
2021.
No matter what, it still is just leaves a negative taste in your mouth. You're like, well, like you could have at least given us some kind of conclusion
some
for the
kind
arc.
of definitive conclusion
Yeah,
for this
but instead
portion. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
instead it's just, hey, guess what? Get ready for second season.
I'm perfectly fine with it because as long personally, like the sequel bait only bothers me when there's no second season announced.
Yes.
Or there's no second season. The fact is that Beastars is getting the second season. That's why it didn't bother me here. It also didn't bother me with ReZero either because that had also a big sequel bait, and that didn't bother me there either. So
No,
like,
it didn't bother me with ReZero, but I love ReZero very, very much.
yeah, fuck it. So yeah, as long as another season is happening, and that we have word that we know it's coming, and we have a release date, I don't really care about that. This is just kind of how anime works now.
Yeah.
Because the seasonal stuff is becoming more common, so this is just kind of a thing that is going to be expected. So it's not going to be bothering me too much. My only issue with Beastars, and it's not even like that big of an issue. My only big issue with Beastars is that, man, you can tell it's a shonen because there's a lot of monologuing in this.
Yeah.
There is a ton. Which I say it's only a small issue because this show somehow does monologuing leagues better than every other show. But that being said, internal monologues is still internal monologues. And there's a lot of that here. There is a lot of that here. And it's a case where I wish they did a little bit of more of show, don't tell. Because I'm a big fan of that, especially when this show does do that. It does it very, very, very well. It's such a minor thing, but it's just something with anime. It's always bothered me. When anime just doesn't, shut the fuck up and just let the atmosphere do the talking. But yeah, it's just such a minor thing. That's literally my only issue, though, with this.
I think one other thing that just it makes it a little uncomfortable or weird is just when they do the more sexual scenes. I'm like, this is
there's a lot of that here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's weird because it's what it is. Like, if that makes sense.
I don't mind it because this is an inherently adult series to begin with.
adult.
So
Yeah.
It's not taking any points away from me. I was just like,
Whether it's a human, I mean, you fucking watched interspecies reviewers.
true.
Yeah,
And that's leagues worse than this.
I rest my case, Your
Because
Honor.
honestly, the sex stuff here is a lot of it, but it's pretty tame.
yeah,
I think some people overblown it in terms of just how much there was of it. So
yeah, no, it was 100% overblown. But I will also say, in defense of the monologues, this is very Shakespearean in its kind of devices, and we all know that Willie Shakes loved to fucking have Hamlet speak for 45 minutes about nothing, and that's just theater. That's just theater.
That's
Fucking,
what they call jazz.
Jazz.
That's what they call jazz.
I do love some of the, and I do love though Legoshi's like internal monologues whenever he's like looking at Haru and he's just like sweating up a storm and he's just like,
oh god, what do I do?
And he just fucking shuts down and has like a fucking blue screen of death in his brain. Fucking just shuts down. So pretty much. Are we done? Is anyone else?
I have one more negative to bring up.
What's that?
And honestly, it could be a nitpick, but I think that it's important enough in the context of the universe to warrant it. For a show called Beastars, they really don't spend much time on the actual Beastar part.
Yeah.
Like, they mention it once, and it's like, oh, this is what the Beastar is, and Louis striving to be the Beastar. That's it.
I want to be the Beastar. Okay.
The only two characters we see that want to be the Beastar are Louis and Juno, and that's it. And then the rest are just and our main characters, Legoshi and Haru, could kind of give the less of two.
Yeah, they
shits.
don't give a shit. So why is it
Juno
relevant?
Dude, Juno just wants to be Beastar, so she'd be like, "Yo, Legoshi, fuck me finally, please."
Fuck me.
Fuck
her.
me.
No, that's not. That's she's a hoe, but that was not her reason for becoming the Beastar. Her reason for becoming the Beastar is specifically to show.
She wants carnivores to be the superior class. She's a racist.
She's
Racist.
And she's a hoe.
She's a racist hoe.
How do you be a hoe more than the actual hoe in the show?
Yeah, I don't know.
Meanwhile, our boy Bill, our big Bengal boy Bill, just wants to be happy in the way he is.
He just wants carnivores to not be seen as murderers.
Kaiji Tang, good job.
Good job.
You know what though? You know what? Jack just wants everyone to be happy.
Yo, he had. I always forget. I always also forgot to mention that Legoshi has a pet beetle.
Yes.
Yeah, who
Beetle.
tragically dies.
Oh, yeah, he
hey,
died. Yeah.
Come on, man.
He becomes-
Jack is just like Jack is what every friend should be.
Don't you mean la 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 go she? He's just so happy that his best friend doesn't have a girlfriend, but is like in love, and he's like, wait a second, you haven't loved anybody since like 3rd grade. What the hell?
He's just like, you're happy. You're finally happy.
Fucking and then Jack finds like fucking the porn magazine that he was given to by the panda guy.
And Jack's like, listen, man, I respect you. You know, you're allowed to like whatever you like.
You can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, don't let anyone else see this.
Although,
okay?
to be honest, all I could think of when I heard Jack was Caspar.
Yep.
Yeah, because Ben Diskin.
I will also say this show could be actually quite funny when
it is pretty funny. Yeah,
there's some very good comedic beats to it. It also taught me that I've been wrong my entire life, and they're not just called peacocks. Learn that. I was 23 years old when I learned that apparently they're actually called peafowl, not peacocks. Those are just the male ones.
Yeah,
you know why they throw. You know why they throw cock in there? Because they're thinking about that pussy.
Because it's a fucking chicken, you bitch.
Because it's a chicken.
It's final scores time, I think.
Time of final scores.
Yeah.
Josh? Nice.
Yo, did Josh die?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Let's
we'll get back to him in a second. Spencer?
I am giving this a solid middle of the road 9 out of 10. I don't think I can give it a 10 out of 10.
All right. Shane?
I agree with that. I'm going to give it a very enthusiastic 9 out of 10 because it does some really great things in terms of its themes and its characterization, and of course, its revolutionary CG animation that I need more of, please. But there are some little things here and there that hold it back from being a full 10.
Mm-hmm.
Josh just died, dude.
I was going to the bathroom. Score is at 8 out of 10 for me.
All right, 8 out of 10. Okay. Because I asked you first and you didn't respond, so I'm like,
yes, yeah, I had to take a piss.
All right. All right. I went back and forth on my rating so hard because I was like, I don't know. I was like, what should I give this throughout the entire run? And then when I was finished the final episode, I still had to think, and I was thinking for several days. I was like, debating back and forth, and honestly, I think this is one of the best shows of last year, and wholeheartedly to this rating, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Respectable.
I personally think that this is one of the best shows from last year. Easy. I absolutely loved it, and I honestly cannot fucking wait for season 2. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be dope. So Studio Orange, can you hook me up and give me an early copy of it?
Yeah,
please?
inject it directly into my veins.
Just inject it. Just hook me up. I'll do anything. I'll do anything.
Suck your dick, man.
I'll suck a dick, man. Or I'll read the manga. Maybe I might.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Speaking of manga,
it's on the Jump app. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not.
So it's not. No, it's owned by Viz. Never mind. Fuck it.
I will say before we go that I told Matt something that is fucking weird and kind of stupid. So I'm gonna tell you guys now. Legoshi is not a gray wolf.
Well, he's a gray wolf, but he's also a
gray wolf. He's also half Komodo dragon.
What?
Yeah, his grandfather is a Komodo dragon, making him half wolf and half Komodo dragon.
What?
Fuck it. Oh yeah, his grandfather is a is a Komodo dragon. Yeah.
He is half gray wolf, half Komodo dragon, and he has the traits of both.
Well, he's not half; he's quarter because his quarter, father.
Yeah.
Well, his mom was a half Komodo, which means that in this world there are hybrids and there is interbreeding is a thing. So.
Thank you very much for listening to this quality episode of the G.A.P podcast.
By the way, that gave us a average score of 9 out of 10, so very respectable.
All right. And with that, let's move on to our next featured anime of the podcast. And no, we are not doing Ghibli month, unfortunately. We have a schedule to keep, boys. We have a schedule to keep. Josh left, apparently, so
because he doesn't want to be a part of sports.
No, we have a schedule to keep. So as we know from last year, we did a sports month for July, and that went over really well. So sports month is coming back. We're doing sports month again, and we're very excited to do that. Next up is my choice for the podcast, and of course, as someone who had control over what we started with sports month, might as well start out with my all-time favorite sports anime, which. Let's go. Time to go to basketball with Kuroko no Basket. Absolutely love this show, and I cannot wait to cover it. We're covering the first season on the podcast, and what we did with Haikyuu last season.
Enter the zone.
Yeah, we enter the zone, bruh. Enter the zone.
Well,
you got your basketball. You have and each of your characters have their hair color coded for your convenience, so you know which one is which.
And each of them have their own special shonen zone powers.
I won't be seeing you guys for about another month until sports month is done. So,
all right.
Watch a sports anime for God's sake,
dude. If you like shonen anime, you just like sports anime are basically just the shonen battle anime, but with balls.
or
That's
pucks,
definitely the way to say it.
or
Balls.
or shuttlecocks, or
I'm your
Small
host,
balls.
Matt, aka Legion Rex. You can find me on Twitter at Legion Rex, at Battle Stan account. With me, I also have my co-host, Shane, the Bearded One. You can find him on Twitter at BGN, Bearded Gaming Network. You can also find him on YouTube at Bearded Gaming, also at Bearded Gaming Network, where he uploads podcasts, gameplay videos, streams, and unboxings, and a bunch of other stuff. So go check him out. With me, I also have my co-host Spencer, aka Beery Burton, with two E's. You can find him on Twitter.
My voice.
You find him on Twitter. With me, I also have my co-host Josh. You can find him on Twitter at Reborn Weeb, where he doesn't post much.
But I do comment.
He
does
comments on
comment.
a lot of shit.
He's kind, so you might see him around. You'll see him around.
Beep,
See
beep,
him around.
boop.
And with that, I think we're pretty much done here. So we'll see you all next time for Kuroko no Basket.
Sports month.
For Sports Month.
Sports month.
Thank you for listening to The G.A.P. If you like what you've seen, you can subscribe to The G.A.P. podcast. What you guys think of the show. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.